Lovelies, welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strada. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload videos, you will be the first person to be notified. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. So guys, I am out here again with another FA and FO videos. This case, a lot of couple I decided to get a divorce. I was able to put on some stitches because I was like, this is getting seriously for people to go as far as seeking for a divorce, or because their partner is not reasoning well with them. I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of other stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. Alright, lovelies, let's dive into it. So Walmart decided to dismantle the AI, and because of that, they are finding out the hard way. I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of other stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. Alright, lovelies, let's dive into it.
So it's official. My wife is divorcing me. She said she couldn't be with the Trump supporter. Told me I have until the end of the day to get my shit out of the house, get all my things. She's changing the lock. She doesn't want me back. She said she's taking the kids away from me. Yeah. I don't know what to do.
Y'all boys, bro, so look, today, bro, y'all know how to let you think shit like that, right, bro? Bro, my damn girlfriend, bro, she had broke up with me because I had voted for Donald Trump. And, like, damn, was it that serious, bro? Like, I just, like, damn, bro, like, I didn't know, like, it was going to ruin our relationship with, you feel me, like, the politics and shit. Like, damn, I'm just, like, she talking about, oh, you don't care about women's rights and shit like that. How? Like, how the fuck I don't care about it? Like, she taking that shit way too serious than what she was supposed to, bro. I don't know, bro. Shit crazy. Now look at you, you feel me? Like, now you sad and she ain't win. So you might as well just bring your ass back over here, bro.
Are people really getting separated or divorced because of how they're voting? It doesn't make sense to me. I didn't marry my wife because she agrees with me on everything. We've actually had pretty diverse ways of thinking about things. I've always been more leaning to the right, and she's been more leaning to the left. Although, thanks to Kamala and all her shenanigans and everything that's been happening during this whole year, I think my wife is leaning more to the right, because the things that women are fighting for right now, like abortion and equal rights, it's all nonsense. So she's seeing that, and I think she's starting to kind of sit in the middle where I was. Now I'm leaning more to the right, and she does what she does. Like, I'm never going to try to convince her, you have to vote for Trump. She just follows my lead as, the wife in the house, and she trusts that I have really good judgment. That's why she stuck with me all these years, for 11 years now. And I said, I'm voting for Trump, and she said, all right, whatever, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and follow your lead, and I'm going to vote for Trump too. So she understands that I'm not just doing it because, like, I don't know. I'm thinking of our family and our family's future when I think about our vote. So that's the way it is. But even if she didn't want to vote for Trump and she wanted to vote for Kamala, I'd be totally fine with that. I love the woman. She's an amazing mother. She's an awesome wife. She's everything I've ever dreamt of as a wife and a mother in my house. So, if she wanted to vote differently, that's fine. And I don't think she ever had a problem with me trying to vote for Trump or leaning more to the right, because I have strong family values and I really care about, our family. And that's pretty much my whole life, is just working and taking care of our family. So she trusts me on that end. I trust her to do her job, and we just work together. But I can't believe people are just really getting divorced or separated over political ideologies, because you shouldn't be marrying someone for that reason anyways. A woman should be marrying a man because he's a great leader and he's going to follow, she's got someone to follow, and she knows he's going to make the best call for the family, and they're going to progress and grow as a family. And that's what her job is. And his job is just to stick to his purpose, grow as a family, protect, provide. That's what we do, right? So none of that really deals with political stuff. I don't know. The fact that women are divorcing their husbands over voting for Trump, it just goes to show you they were never really in it, for the right reasons anyways. And they were probably on this new age stuff where, we're going to split everything 50-50, and whatever. I like to be the breadwinner of the family. If my wife starts, she starts making money, I got to find a way to make more money, because I'm never going to slow down, always got to keep pushing. But this video's gone on long enough. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below.
So if you're following me on my page, you know that I have been actively talking to my husband about ending our 17-year marriage. But the events of the past week have made me think that maybe that's not a good idea. That this is the wrong time to go out there on my own with my kids, make myself a single mother. There's so much chaos and conflict and unknown out there that I shouldn't make any big moves. Being in my marriage is difficult and hard, and I'm very unhappy, but at least I know it. It's the devil that I know. But then a couple days after the election, I think I was watching a video, where Trump was talking about dismantling the Department of Education. And I have 2 kids who have IEP, so I was emotional and upset about it. My husband had come home and he had asked me, what's wrong? And I told him nothing. I said, I'm fine, I'm just not feeling well. And then he walked off. And the reason why I didn't tell him about what I was really feeling is because I know that my husband is not a person that I would talk to about my emotions and feelings, because it's not safe. It would have turned into an argument about politics, or about how a woman shouldn't be president, or about conservative and libertarian and Joe Rogan and all this other shit. And my feelings would be cast aside, not meaningful or important. And that made me realize that my instinct was correct. I have to get out of here. This isn't a safe place for me, and it hasn't been a safe place for me for years. And even though I've done a pretty miraculous job keeping the marriage together, keeping the family together, in spite of my husband's effort to tear it down with his words, his actions, his indifference, this isn't the right place for me. I can't be the mother that I need to be. I can't be the protector that I need to be for my kids and myself in this environment. I know I can do it. I know I can protect myself. I know I can take care of myself. I've done it all along through this entire marriage. And I've done it while being undermined, while having somebody that's been against me and somebody who's tried to tear me down. That means if I'm free of that in the world, I can thrive. This is so different for me. I don't do this. I don't take risks and I don't take chances. This is going to be the first time in my life, really, that or the first time in many, many years that I'm going to take the biggest risk that I've ever taken. But I'm betting on somebody. I'm betting on someone who's come through for me every time, and that's been me.
Divorces are up, and they are up over politics. Here is just one example. I'm starting divorce procedures with my husband after I found out he voted for Donald Trump. It's not the only reason. We've already had problems like him forcing me to go to church or having me quit my job and become a housewife because he got promoted for a good job. I couldn't find a job where we moved, so I settled in doing housework. I cook, I clean, I'm good at it, but the Trump vote was the last straw, and his lack of remorse. We had a conversation. I told him how hurt I was, how he knew how much I hated Trump, the trauma that man has put me through, but he did not care. I should be grateful because of the job benefits he'll have for his line of work. I'm not going to do this anymore. We have no prenup. I'm going to fight for my rights. We've been married 8 years. I've sacrificed so much. Not anymore. I'm going to take everything I'm owed. The political divide is as big as I've ever seen it, and I've been a divorce lawyer for 20 years, so people have been coming in and talking about their political differences as one of the conflicts that exist in their house for a long time, but it is now at an all-time high. The ideological divide in this country has just gotten wider and wider and wider, and many of us were hopeful that after the election there would be some relief, but it seems to have only exacerbated the divide. Have you all seen this in your friend group? Are you watching this happen near you as well?
I genuinely think this should be grounds for divorce. Because imagine your partner goes to vote for somebody that is going to take all your rights away, that is going to take your bodily autonomy away. That's just one of the things that he plans on doing. And you're married to this person. It's one thing if that man is a family member, because you can't really choose your family members. I personally would go no contact. That's just my favorite way to handle it, because you're not going to change people's minds. But to be married to one and to know clearly that he hates you. There's no other explanation for somebody actively voting and trying to elect a person that's going to take away your rights, other than the fact that he doesn't love you. So now your vote's purpose is to cancel out his vote, your husband, your life partner, the man that you're supposed to spend the rest of your life with. What kind of life is that going to be under that sort of presidency? Like, it's just not worth it at this point. There's a lot of things that I feel like I can get over. Like, I can get over even the idea of dating somebody religious as an atheist, because it's like, okay, we can discuss that. But this is something that there's just no coming back from. There's no middle ground here. It's either you want me to lose my rights or not. It's that simple.
So ever since Trump got elected, my rights have been taken away from me. And it just keeps going. And I think I'm going to divorce my husband.
What are you talking
because he keeps taking my rights away from me.
I just said you couldn't have any more chickens.
Same thing!
What are you talking
Same
about?
thing!
So I'm seeing a lot of people like saying they're divorcing their partner because they voted for Trump. It's all over Instagram and TikTok. But like, my question is, what did you guys discuss in your relationships? How did you not know that your partner was gonna vote for Trump? How do you not know your partner's political views? How do you not know your partner's core values? Why do you have to go through relationship, engagement, marriage, and only realize when you're married and been married for a while that your partner would vote for Trump? It's a little weird. Like, what do you guys discuss? What do you guys talk about in your relationships?
If you're planning on leaving your Trump voting husband, do it now before no-fault divorce is illegal.
My husband is a big Trump supporter, so we fight all the time. Yeah, I used to argue all the time as well, and I realized arguing morals is not going to get you anywhere. Both parties firmly believe they are morally correct. If you look towards more ethics and look towards policy, having a discussion about, hey, look up this policy, look up that policy. Therefore, both of you can see there is no real good in both parties. That's why I don't believe that politics have anything to do with morals. These people are not moral. They're not good people. However, ethics, code of conduct, that's what we're looking at. We're looking at social economics. We're looking at different groups of people, and we're looking at the policies to see how they implement them. How do they affect and how do they ethically benefit the whole collective, not just one person or one party over another. I do believe that that has worked for me, talking about policy and ethics over morals. Morals will get you nowhere, nowhere at all.
No-fault divorce is on the chopping block now that we know that Project 2025 will be implemented, and especially since J.D. Vance is in office, if you are considering a divorce because your husband voted for Trump and against your rights as a human being, you should contact a lawyer now. Before no-fault divorce, you couldn't just leave your husband because you didn't like him. You had to provide proof that there was physical abuse, mental abuse, that there was some sort of infidelity, and you had to be able to prove it in court. In the past, judges would not grant a divorce unless women could demonstrate that they were financially independent. So if you gave up your career or your job to stay home with your small children, you could be out of luck. Judges also denied women custody of their own children if they didn't have the means to take care of themselves and their children independently of husband support. And I know this because it happened to my mother. The judge told her that he would not grant her a divorce unless she made a certain amount of money every week to take care of herself and her children. Otherwise, he wanted her to stay in a violent, abusive marriage. And that is what's coming down the line. So my advice, call a lawyer, see what your options are before it gets too late. Good luck with that.
Are you going to go as far as seeking for a divorce, or because your spouse, like your partner, have a very different political view compared to you? I think this has to do with individual. I think this has to do with your beliefs. I think that if you are with someone that actually have a different political views from you, and this said political views is something that might actually put you in danger as a female, like, I think seeking for a divorce is not even a bad idea, unless you have some kind of, you want to go on compromise, and he has to like explain himself and maybe promise you that he's going to stand by you in truth, and in any circumstances he finds you or him, he's going to like stand by you. But apart from that, if someone that already knows that, okay, this thing is not going to benefit my wife, this is not going to benefit my daughter, this is just going to put my wife or my daughter in a position where they have to like, fight for their life, their right, or whatever. I'm talking about life in terms of, let's use this abortion ban. There is this particular stage that I put up, some time ago, about this young lady. I think she's about, 17 or thereabouts. And she, took in and all of that. And the thing is that she decided to keep the pregnancy. She wanted to keep the pregnancy. She wanted the baby. But 5 months later, you know how it is with pregnancy. You can never dictate. As a woman, you can never be too careful. And I think she had some complications, and she had to go to the doctor. She explained herself. The doctor had to send her back home. After some, weeks and days, she actually organized a baby shower. Then after the baby shower, at the night of her baby shower, she actually had to go again to the said hospital. This doctor still sent her home. Then the previous day, that was when everything got worse. The doctor was like, yeah, I'm supposed to perform something for you, but I have to get the right documentation. I have to. But the most disappointing thing of this story that I staged was the fact that both the lady and the mother, this is it. But this was something that was supposed to be prevented. This was something that was supposed to be prevented, at least to save, even if it's the mom. Like, but all because of, oh my God, in the said state that they live. Because of, no, I have to, they keep on sending her home. She keep on coming, said like, seriously. So if your partner, who happens to be a male, your husband, and you have a daughter, and your daughter is in these shoes, whereby this procedure is a procedure that will save your daughter, and not because of your political beliefs, you're just going to allow your daughter to, because of your political beliefs, you have to leave your daughter to. Or is it a fact that they say that if you are in an abusive relationship or depressive relationship, you don't even have the right to seek for a divorce? So I wouldn't blame anyone that is seeking for a divorce right now before it gets too late, because I think I heard something about Proverbs 2025 not giving you the opportunity as a woman to seek for a divorce, even if you are in an abusive relationship or emotional relationship. You only have to seek for the said divorce if you have some proof. That means you have to keep on with the proof. Okay, what if in a case whereby you are in a relationship but is with a narcissist that you couldn't even get any form of proof, then you will just be left to. So when I saw these videos, I thought about it in two ways. I was like, wow, this is going too far. But then again, you have to, as an individual, think about yourself. If someone is actually doing something without putting you first, if anyone is not going to put you first, that means you just have to put yourself first at this time. Their spouses definitely did not put them first. So them putting themselves first is not a bad thing. I saw some couple of commentaries. People like, oh my God, do not allow political views to destroy your relationship. Oh my goodness, political views have a lot to do in your relationship. It has a lot of both positive or negative input in your relationship. You wouldn't trust someone that supports some views that you yourself you are not even in support of, or someone that supports a view that affects you, that affects your life, that affects your livelihood, that affects your freedom. That means this person will like, oh, I can actually do something and get away with it because of the way at which the system works. So I saw calculations of commentaries from the other side, like, oh my God, you guys are so you are taking it too far. No, I think they know exactly what they are doing. Like I said, it all depends on your individuality. If you're someone that can actually put up with it, okay, let's just not involve political thing with our relationship, our marriage, or what have you. I forgive you, even if you don't believe in my own political view. I still love you the way I love you. Okay, then fine. It all depends on individual. But my own take is that do not come for people that chose not chose to do away with some certain set of people because they don't feel safe with these people. You don't feel you cannot even experience yourself with someone you call your partner without ending it up with any kind of arguments. And I saw so many commentaries, people coming for them and trying to like you are taking it too far. No, they are not taking it far. They are trying to choose themselves because you decided not to choose them, and you did like you. It's as if they put up your wife over there and the other person. You decided to choose the other person without choosing your wife. So since you refuse to choose your wife or your daughter, they have to choose themselves. And you wouldn't blame them for doing that. You wouldn't blame them for because this life, I think every other person is just so selfish. So it's best for you to first of all put yourself first before any other person. And if someone is not putting you first, there is no point putting the person first. Seriously. So if they chose that going through seeking for a divorce is going to make them safe, or I think they should just go for it. And if you feel that you can still deal with it shouldn't be a problem in a relationship, then good for you. Anyway, lovelies, why not just leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. So please, if you've not subscribed to this channel or to this extent, do your girl a huge favor to click on the subscription button, like this video, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.